black. I was gonna say, because everyone has, like, different costumes, so... Oh, we can fast travel again! Yay! Ooh. There's a quest we missed. There's a number of quests we missed. Okay. So before we do this...
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renin graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
Law, how
No,
could
because
you?
I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something. So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renaissance using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength, it's that it's sentient too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back
Oh
and
yeah,
let us
it's gonna put
destroy
on a
it.
fight.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renaissance, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up.
Yeah, 100% time to buckle up. It's not like we're gonna go
Question
back and do
for you.
side quests.
Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renin rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
True.
It's true. Just as bad if the Danans start oppressing their own.
Renins, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
Yeah.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example.
Indeed.
Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
That's a spirit. Any more cutscenes? Okay. Looking at the quest list, we've got a number of side quests to do. So let's do that first. I think this is the final fight, so let's do all the side quests we can.
We finally made it.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Sounds like our cue to step in and help.
Yes.
Reminder, you two were both born in this current generation of Renans, right? Correct? That would put 100 years between us. Well, it would make me akin to an ancestor to your generation, as much as I have an opportunity for you to demonstrate the respect due to elders like me. Perhaps I'm reading into things too much, but is such respect truly merited in this instance? Couldn't tell you one way or another, but it seems like he needs help with something. Just listen to what I have to say right now, you see?
Excuse me!
Hold on, I can't let you go on any further. I had a feeling this was going to happen. You always try to beat me to the punch with these things. I'm surprised to hear you object. I thought you understood that sometimes the quest for knowledge requires that we get our hands dirty. That's exactly why I can't simply stand here and let you do this. I could be losing out on a valuable opportunity. Then let's make it fair, shall we? We'll give both of them our requests. Which for me, I have no objections. My head is starting to hurt just trying to follow these two. This must be pretty strong. They must be pretty strong, even if even you admit that. I don't know what you two want from us, but I don't expect us to agree to anything.
Hey!
What's that? Are you simply gonna walk past an elderly person who's in distress? I don't think the generation gap had gone so wide that young people forgot their manners. How unfortunate.
Really now?
Alright. We'll hear you out, but one matter at a time. We're busy people ourselves with our own matters to attend to. Fair enough. In that case, I can wait. You can go first. Thank you. Now, as I was about to say before, I'd like you to all go down to the surface of Ren and track down a certain experimental Zugo subject of mine. A failed specimen. I ejected it from Dark Phasor, thinking it would dispose of it, but it seems to have survived the trip in space.
What?
You threw it out into space? That's so cruel! And you wish us to finish the job, I gather. That's partly what I need you to do. One part I need you to collect tissue from said Zugo. I never would have predicted that it would arrive on Reddit alive and well. It merits further scientific investigation. Why not simply go there yourself? Then you could research the creature to your heart's content. Proper field studies aren't my area of expertise. From what I gather, you people are better equipped for such strenuous work than I'll ever be. I thought that was being mindful of how I present myself, but apparently not. Sounds like someone's a little lazy to me. We'll take care of it. I've rather mixed feelings. I won't make any firm promises on whether we shall deliver. But if that works for you, we'll look into it.
Very nice.
I'm pleased to see my predictions about you weren't unfounded. In that case, go on and get to work. The rest of my research is being held up by this, so the sooner you finish this, the better. I should also mention the Zugo in question is a 6-armed giant. Okay. It's an extremely violent specimen, so be careful when dealing with it. Oh, okay. Not concerning it in the slightest.
Dohalim, the line of researchers is getting longer.
Perhaps I should have put more thought into this before accepting.
Hey! I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No! I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking, maybe meat.
Get him, Hoodle.
Get him.
Oh, what did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle.
Ow! Seriously, what the hell?
Domestic abuse? Domestic abuse?
You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zoogles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegis.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
True.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zeugles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
That's true.
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zeugles aren't so different after all.
There's a lot of cutscenes today. Which I have no problem. I like all these cutscenes and all these lores. Cause yeah, there's been a lot of lore in the last
Always
2
good
hours.
to be back in familiar territory.
My lord, you've received a notice from Notio. It says that the wedding is to be held at Saxox Temple. Excellent. Thank you for letting me know. Alas, it seems a big wedding is upon us. I can't think of a happier occasion than this.
Right.
Yeah, I'm excited for them. Oh yeah, it's the wedding of the couple that asked us to... no, not yet. Not yet. We'll deal with it in just a second.
Saxleo Temple. Isn't that where Shion was being held?
Shh. Wasn't it beautiful? I can't wait for this.
Hey, Law. Been training?
Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away. You think this is bad, you should see the state of my underwear.
Yeah. A word of advice. You might want to refrain from mentioning that stuff around girls. Ones without a military history especially.
Man, can you imagine Rinwell's face? She'd have a nervous breakdown.
I meant in general, but you sure mention her a lot, you know.
Aww.
Huh? Oh, you know, she's always there, even when you least expect it.
Somebody's got a crush on Winrow.
Either that, or maybe some part of you is subconsciously always wishing she was there.
May the trials and tribulations of young romance never change.
Romance? Like I'd be interested in that know-it-all tomboy. I'm more about mature women. Someone more like Kisara.
You know, I used to be a tomboy too when I was Rinwell's age.
Look, it's not tomboys I have anything against. But come on, you've got to admit she can be a lot to handle.
Law's about to get...
Hey, I missed anything? What's all the fuss about?
Rinwell.
Thunderblade!
What the hell was that for?
A little birdie told me you were speaking about me behind my back.
Poodle. Snitches.
From the looks of it, I'd say you've got yourself a rival.
It wouldn't be called the Spring of Youth without a little storm every now and then.
That is so adorable.
Hey, Shion. How are you and Alphen getting on these days?
That's a little out of the blue. Why do you ask?
Sorry, it's just... I don't know, I'm just curious, I guess. I mean, a lot's changed now he's got his senses back and all.
I suppose you're right. Well, to tell you the truth, if he'd been the way he is now back when I'd first met him, I probably wouldn't have gotten this involved. But then, if we hadn't met like we did, then I never would have experienced these feelings, so... I guess it's complicated.
I can imagine. I know it's not the same thing, but I know what it feels like to have someone you love who's out of reach.
You mean
Because
Dole?
of Miguel.
Alphen's still alive. It's not too late, you know. And after all, who can say what the future holds? I think if I were you, I'd take things as they come for now.
Besides, touch isn't everything. I've never touched you, Shion, but that doesn't stop you from knowing that I care about you, right?
That's true. But I do remember back when we first met, you made it plenty clear you weren't my biggest fan.
But that was a long time ago. There were lots of things I didn't understand back then. Not that that's the point.
Don't worry, I'm only teasing. I know what you mean. Thank you. And you're right. There are ways to convey your feelings besides just touching.
I'll say, cooking immediately springs to mind. And if it's someone's favorite dish, all the better. If there's something on your mind that you want to tell him, why not try appealing directly to his stomach?
You might just have a point. I'll give it a shot.
Uh-oh. If it's Alpin's palate you're appealing to, that doesn't bode well for the rest of us.
Well, friendship is about being supportive. Sometimes we just have to do our best and take one for the team, right?
Oh, Lord.
Even after staying here, we never truly got to the bottom of what makes this realm's citizens tick.
Renan and Danon are meaningless distinctions here. To have one's own mind is strictly forbidden. All that matters is blind obedience.
That might be the case now, but it can't always have been like that. There must have been something more.
Once, maybe. Question is that something still salvageable?
If it's not, we'll just have to make something new. No, not we. They've had enough foisted on them as it is.
You're right. It's time the people here had the chance to forge their own path. That's not to say it'll be easy, but it will be worthwhile.
These things take time to...
The fuck?
What the? An ambush?
Sorry. Sorry. There was a huge flying bug and I sort of shot without thinking.
A bug? You mean like a Zoogle?
Something tells me she would have shot it, whether it was a Zoogle or not.
This realm is teeming with humid forests. It's only natural insects would feel more at home here than Menancia. In fact, I seem to recall reading somewhere that bugs around these parts lay their eggs in human food to ensure healthy incubation.
Nani?
Sounds like they're tougher than they look.
What about you, Alphen? Bugs don't creep you out?
I wouldn't say I was their #1 fan. Mind you, if times get desperate enough, I've been known to eat them.
Insects as a culinary option, you say? What kind of seasoning are we talking?
I don't think he was talking about cooking them.
Hey, a lizard!
Lols. God, these cutscenes are... Yes, they're long, but, like, I still love watching all of them. They're great. Alright. Next quest. What's going...
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
All these familiar faces.
Yeah!
Hey, seems like you folks are staying pretty busy. Oh?
Hey,
You could say that you seem to be in high spirits yourself, Grenar. I try. I like to think I'm good at staying positive, if nothing else. After all, with everyone so scary right now, it's important for you guys like us to stand tall and keep hope alive, you know? You said it. What's got you all down in the dumps? Me? I'm fine, I guess. Well, you don't sound like it to me. If Zephyr saw you like that, he's been none too pleased. Grenar, cut him some slack. What did I say? Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
Anyways, I just remembered that Nathan said he has a favor to ask you guys. He does? What is it? You should just talk to him yourself. Tell him I sent you. See you later.
that's great.
Huh? Scurried off in a rush. That stuff with Zephyr, I mean your dad, still weighing on your mind, huh?
I guess...
I've known every Crimson Crow since I was in diapers, so I know better than anyone just how much they revered him. It's not like anyone's pointing the finger at me, but it's hard to stop imagining that they don't hate me somehow. Don't you want to wait here while we talk to Nathan?
Thanks.
Nath? No, I'll come along. Not like waiting around is going to make me feel any better. you like to talk
Huh?
about? Hey, you guys, what can I do for you?
Well,
We're gonna ask you the exact same thing. Granite sent us to talk with you, since said you had a favor to ask. Favor? What favor? Oh, I know. You know the Igla waste? There's a Zoogle there. I want you to take care of it. For now, we've managed to contain it and block off the roads, but who knows when it will break loose and start causing trouble again.
alright.
Makes sense. I'm guessing you want us to go in and make sure that never happens. More or less, yeah. But I'm not asking you do it, Alphen. I want Law to take care of it instead. Huh? Really? Me? Really? You got a problem with that? No, it's not that, but...
Alright.
Good, then get to work as soon as possible. If you need to break the barrier to get it done, that's fine too. Anyway, that's all from me. Don't let me down. You hear?
I guess.
What's with these guys? First Grinner starts acting weird, and now Nath? It's me. This is because I got my dad killed. Law. No, it's fine. It's the least I can do after I put these guys through. I'll be
Got
back.
it.
Nobody said we couldn't help you. We'll come along too. Alright. I think there's one more quest, right? Yes, this one.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Where's
I never realized before just how hot this place is. It's like being inside a fire.
You're only just noticing? Ah, yes, forgive me. The whole lack of sensory feedback situation.
That's the one. It's hard to believe I once worked in this soup, let alone helped spearhead a revolution.
And all with the mask concealing your face. It must have been very grimy beneath that.
Back then, we had our plates full enough dealing with constant abuse from our Renan overlords. It never occurred to me the air itself was oppressive in its own way. My head's spinning just with the effort it takes to walk.
I think that's called heat stroke. You might want to take a sip of water.
You mean that water that's been festering under the sun for days? I wouldn't chance it without boiling it first.
Oh, I know. I'll go to the dock and fetch us some clean water.
Water alone won't suffice. You'll need to ensure his sodium levels are replenished as well.
Oh my,
In
there's
that
so
case,
much.
let's see if we can rustle up some rock salt. Alphen, you go cool off in the shade for a while. Shion, stay and keep an eye on him.
And then there were two.
Bit of an overreaction, but it's still kind of them.
Maybe it's not the time, but this place brings back memories.
I know what you mean. We're back where it all started.
Where it all began.
You don't ever regret meeting me sometimes, do you?
Are you kidding? You started all of this. Bringing down the wall, retrieving my sense of self. I have no regrets.
Welcome back, Law.
Hi, Alphen.
Hey,
Hey, Cole, what's up? You don't look too hot, kid. I'm really hungry. Even with the Renegon, there's still not enough food to go around. That's not good. Is there any way to bring some in from outside Calaglia?
Yes.
We have it. Thanks to your hard work, and we've managed to establish trade routes and have a little food coming in. But other places are not well off either, so there's only so much we can broker between realms. Especially since this realm is nothing but rocks and sand for the most part.
just great.
That's sad. I wish I could have done. I wish something more could be done. There's still hope. I heard there's a merchant from Sicily who's visiting Glamide's castle.
How's this?
Would you mind talking to him for us?
Got it.
Sure, we'll see what he has to say.
Hey.
In the meantime, here, have this bread.
Yay!
Ah, thanks. Where'd you get it? Shion always comes prepared like that.
All right.
Anyways, let's go to Glamide's castle. Oh boy. That was a lot of quests. Yeah, we'll start with this one. And just make our way around. Yeah, there's that. I'm thinking we should probably level up as much as we can before we deal with anything else. the church. That's the main quest. What castle are we supposed to go to? Oh, Glamades. There's no fast travel there, but there's fast travel here. To the elevator! To the 3rd floor!
Hey, Alfred, what do you think of that chick over there?
Doesn't look like she really works out.
I'm not talking about her muscles, you dummy!
I was gonna say we should probably grab resources while we're here too. Heaven forbid we know we're gonna need these
Hey,
things.
she's pretty cute.
Who are you looking at? Quit gawking and let's go.
Ow!
To the 3rd floor! Well then, this is a sight to see.
Hey,
Well, I visit our old foodie friend. This time you're in Calaglia, hey? Off and fine. I've been waiting for you to show up.
hey!
Oh, so you'll talk to him, but not me? Great.
Yes!
That's because I can tell your palate is no good. What's up, Gurdino? Find another recipe? Quite the opposite, actually. I can't find anything here. There aren't any fine delicacies here in Calaglia.
Right.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I can't think of anything like that either. I want to take something with me, but at this rate, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Sure.
If you can find anything, why not just fix something yourself instead? What? There's still stuff to eat in these parts. Just whip up something good with what you can find yourself. That's kind of what cooking is all about, isn't it? I would have figured you of all people would have known that.
I don't believe
Oh.
this.
You've got guts thinking you can lecture me about food, young lady. But you're absolutely right. Not only am I a fine connoisseur of food, I'm also chef par excellence. Watch and learn as I put all my years of culinary experience to good use to produce the finest dish this land has ever seen. I'm not sure he's made anything else by himself.
Okay,
Oh yeah, if you're so confident, I'll definitely like to take some home with me.
great.
Let me help. This concerns Calaglia, so it feels personal to me. Gladly, in that case, could you gather some ingredients for me? Say some wheat and eggs. We have what you
Good.
need. Actually, we got what you need already.
Nice
Great,
work.
now we can get to work.
Ah!
With these ingredients, all my knowledge and insight is sure to turn out exquisitely. We still have to do fishing. We never did any fishing. All done.
But this is...
What's this? Some kind of fried bread? Let's give it a taste.
Wow.
Oh, this is good. You sure put those ingredients to good use. I'll give it right there, but doesn't the inside still taste a little bit, taste a little doughy to you? Yeah, plus there's nothing special about just plain old fried bread. Even with my skills, it looks like I have more work to do. Fried bread that's still doughy. Wait, I've got it! How about these?
This is...
Are these supposed to be... Oh my god, did he make donuts?
Yeah.
Yes, I was inspired by these castles' architectures. I called them Granite Donuts. Oh my god. Okay, I'll try one.
Oh.
Ooh, now this is good. I can't get enough of this crispy texture.
Amazing.
Yeah, it tastes great. I'm in heaven. I had no idea you could make anything like this in Calaglia. I like it. It's got a unique look to it, too. I can work with this.
Nice work.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear my hard work is paid off. Hey, what do you think about selling these? I'll bring a whole bunch back to Sicily. They'll be a hit. Maybe I should, you know. I finally realized something after fixing these donuts for you all.
Very nice.
Cooking has the power to make people smile, and I want to spread that sensation far and wide. You got yourself a deal. There's no finer delicacy than the joy in your heart that comes from a good meal. That's what being a gourmet is truly about. I know exactly what you mean. I'll teach you a recipe for these donuts. It's the least I can do to help you repay you for all your help. Thanks, Gordeno.
Yes.
Let me ask you one more thing before you go. How do my donuts actually taste? How do they taste? Well, absolutely. Exquisite. With that, my culinary quest has finally come to an end. Dun dun dun. Easy quest. deliver these back.